हमारे साथ है इजराइल के काउंसिल जनरल कोबी शोशानी. सर, वेलकम टू इंडिया टीवी. Today marks the first year of the massacre which we have seen last year. What is the present situation in Israel?
Thank you very much. It's a very, very sad day in Israel. Today we mark 1 year of the massacre that's happened in October 7th. It's a big trauma in Israel. Completely full families disappeared. Babies were burned. Women beheaded, raped, burned alive in front of the parents. This is something that brought us back to our darkest time of history of the Jewish people. But today, the current situation, that after 1 year, I think that we are almost eliminated the basic things of Hamas capabilities, the tunnels, the rockets, the leadership. They are completely out, and they are hiding in the tunnels along with 101 hostages. In the north, in Lebanon, Hezbollah, the proxy of Iran, actually get a very dramatic hit from the Israeli forces. You've heard that within 1 month he lost almost all his leadership and his capabilities as well. Still, they're still sending rockets towards Israel, but I think that the message and the sound of the power of Israel sound all over the Middle East.
But sir, after Iran's missile attack, there are apprehension, or I would say concern, that Israel might launch an attack on the nuclear facilities of Iran. If the situation escalates, will Israel think to take such bold step, or will you restrain yourself as advised by Mr. Joe Biden?
I think that no country in the world, after getting 200 ballistic missiles toward their land, can stay without reaction. It's a very bad message in the Middle East. It's a very bad message to the world, in my point of view. I think everybody understands that the reaction will come. I think that our Prime Minister make it very, very clear. I think that the question right now, the discussion is, what is the type of reaction is going to be? Of course, we have to ask and we have to consider the requests and the demands of our allies that help us in the last year, and we will do so, but the reaction will come in the time and the place that we will think.
You talked about your allies. Yesterday, Mr. Netanyahu has said that with you or without you, Israel will win this war. He was indirectly directing to Macron and other Western countries. Suppose if some Western countries or your ally do not supports you, will Israel go ahead with their plan?
Definitely, I think that the power of Israel is not dependent of France, and I think that President Macron make a very big mistake. A very big mistake because he sent a message to the enemies of Israel. He sent a message to the terrorists: continue the war. That's the message that they understand. That's the message that they didn't understand it. He didn't do it in purpose. And I think Prime Minister Netanyahu make it very, very clear. It's a shame. And second thing is a stain over the history of France. This decision to make or to put an embargo of a weapon towards Israel. But we don't need it so much. We have enough power to do it without that. And I think it's a very big message, a very dramatic message to the radical groups in the world. They have support. Instead of giving Israel support fighting against terrorism, this way or another, give them support.
But Iran has also warned that if you retaliate against their missile attack, that you have to face a deep or harsh consequences.
I think that we have to understand first of all what is the Middle East, and we have to understand what is the Israeli DNA. And the Israeli DNA say that, listen, in the Middle East, if you don't react, it's a signal of weakness, and signal of weakness can bring even more damage in the next circuit. Then you have to take everything under consideration and make it accordingly.
Apart from this, we have seen support like when you eliminated Hezbollah and other leaders. We have seen lots of protests across the world, especially in Mumbai, Muslim countries. But we have seen some pro-protest in support of Nasrallah or Hezbollah in India as well. How do you see such pro-protest?
First of all, that's the split of the Arab words. Nobody wants neighbor like Hezbollah in their home. You can ask the citizen of Lebanon what's happened in Lebanon since Hezbollah, the proxy of Iran, came to Lebanon. You see what's happened to the economy, you see what's happened to their land. But I think that the happiness that I received from the Arab world not surprised me at all, because nobody likes him.
Last two questions. First, there are allegations that Israel is prolonging this war. When world can expect from you to end this war and move towards peace?
It's a good question. I think that the moment we know that the Israeli civilians that actually evacuated themselves from the northern and the southern part of Israel can come safely back home, when we know that the capability of Hamas, military capability, is not anymore threaten the security of Israel, and we know that Hezbollah understand that the power of the IDF is long and strong enough not to do anything towards the northern part, then it will bring not only a peace, it's going to be a comprehensive peace.
Last question. India has very good diplomatic relationship with Israel and with Iran as well. In a war-like situation, what Israel expects from India?
First of all, we get a very massive support, not only from the government, also from the people of India. And I would like to thank you very much for that. You have to remember that the Jews live in India for more than 2,000 years without any persecution or threat. This is unbelievable. And I have to appreciate the Indian governments since 1947, but also the Indian people 2,000 years ago. That's part of the bond between our nations. And I think that the important role of India going to be after the war. After the war, because India is a significant player in the international arena that can actually build the atmosphere to build peace in the Middle East entirely.
Thank you for talking to us. Cameraman Arun के साथ दिनेश मौर्य, India TV, Mumbai.